Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's story has fans heartbroken and social media in shock. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, one of Hollywood's most beloved couples, have just shared deeply emotional news that no one saw coming. Their revelation has shaken viewers, leaving fans devastated, confused, and searching for answers. Stay with us till the very end because there's a twist in this story that changes everything. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have always been the couple people look to when they want to believe in real love, longevity, and loyalty in Hollywood. For nearly 3 decades, their romance has been a source of joy to fans, who've watched them navigate careers, parenthood, and fame with a sense of unity rarely seen in the entertainment world. They've survived rumors, challenges, distance, and the constant public spotlight, yet they've always appeared strong, connected, and grounded. But this week, something shifted. The couple shared heartbreaking news that left fans stunned, sparking waves of concern and emotional reactions across social media. The announcement came unexpectedly, without any warning, during a moment that seemed completely ordinary. Kelly and Mark had been speaking candidly in a setting where they often laugh, joke, and share anecdotes about their life, but this time the tone was different, quieter, heavier, and unmistakably serious. When Kelly began her statement, viewers immediately sensed something was wrong. Mark, sitting beside her, looked somber, his expression tightening in a way that none of their longtime fans could ignore. What they shared next would shake the hearts of millions. Kelly explained that she and Mark had been dealing with something privately, something painful that had been weighing on them emotionally for months. She spoke slowly, as though trying to choose words that wouldn't break her voice. Mark's eyes were fixed on the floor, as she revealed that the couple had been going through a deeply personal loss that they had not intended to make public. They have always tried to draw a line between their private lives and their very public careers, but sometimes the emotional burden becomes too heavy to bear, silently. And this time, Kelly said, keeping quiet had become almost impossible. Fans watching the moment described feeling an immediate ache in their chest. Kelly's voice wavered slightly, and Mark placed a supportive hand on her back. Then came the revelation. They had recently faced a heartbreaking family situation that tested them in ways they had never anticipated. Kelly acknowledged that they had tried to put on brave faces for everyone's sake, especially for their children. But the emotional weight of what happened followed them into their daily lives, their home, and even their work. For a couple known for their energy and quick humor, the sudden vulnerability felt like a devastating blow. The reaction online was immediate and overwhelming. Within minutes, social media was flooded with messages of support, worry, and shock. Fans who had spent years watching the couple grow together couldn't believe what they were hearing. "My heart breaks for them," one user wrote. Another posted, "Kelly and Mark have always been the strong couple. Seeing them like this is really emotional." Even celebrities began sending prayers and thoughts, calling the couple resilient and strong in the face of such deeply personal pain. But what drove even more discussion was the way Kelly hinted that the situation had not just impacted their emotional well-being, but had also shaken the foundation of their daily routine. She explained that there had been many days where they struggled to go to work, host their show, or even give their usual upbeat appearances. There were mornings when they could barely speak to each other, not because of conflict, but because grief had wrapped itself around them like a heavy weight. She confessed that sometimes, during commercial breaks, they would step backstage just to gather themselves emotionally. It became clear that what they experienced had been profound, painful, and life-altering. Mark, visibly emotional, finally spoke after a long pause. His voice was low, steady, but filled with raw honesty. He explained that navigating the situation together reminded him why he married Kelly in the first place. She had been his source of strength, his guide, his emotional anchor, even during moments when she was hurting just as much as he was. He said there were nights when they stayed awake until morning, sitting silently in the living room, trying to process what they were going through. Sometimes they talked, sometimes they didn't. But through the silence, he said, they held hands the entire time. Their confession left fans wondering what exactly had happened behind closed doors. Kelly emphasized that while they chose to share their heartbreak, they were not prepared to reveal every detail. Some things, she reminded viewers, must remain within the family, but she made it clear that the pain was real, recent, and deeply personal. She also said that grief doesn't follow a schedule. Sometimes it resurfaces without warning, Even during moments when she felt optimistic, a memory or small reminder would bring the sadness back. The couple's openness led to widespread speculation online. Some wondered if the heartbreak involved one of their adult children, while others suspected it could be related to extended family members. A few believed it might have been a health scare that they weren't ready to elaborate on. But what united all online responses was a profound sense of empathy. Fans who had admired the couple for decades suddenly saw them in a new light, not as celebrities with perfect lives, but as parents, partners, and human beings dealing with real emotional pain. Kelly mentioned that part of the reason they decided to speak publicly was because their behavior had subtly changed on screen recently. Viewers noticed moments when Kelly looked exhausted or when Mark appeared unusually quiet. They had been receiving messages asking if everything was okay, and while they appreciated the concern, they simply weren't ready to discuss it. But now, Kelly said, it felt like the right time. It was better to be honest than to pretend everything was fine. Still, there was something more. Something Kelly hinted at, but didn't fully explain. She mentioned that the situation forced them to rethink things. That phrase rang loudly across social media. Some wondered if the couple was considering major life changes, maybe stepping back from certain responsibilities or rearranging their priorities. Others wondered if the experience pushed them closer than ever, strengthening their bond in ways only adversity can. What came next was the twist no one expected. Just when the tone seemed heavy beyond recovery, Kelly shifted slightly. She took a deep breath and looked at Mark, who nodded as if encouraging her to continue. She then revealed that although the past few months had been filled with heartbreak, the experience had also given them new clarity. In their pain, they rediscovered what truly matters: their family, their time together, their unity, and the fragility of life. Kelly said the loss they endured reminded them of how quickly everything can change, and how crucial it is to hold on to the people you love. Mark added something even more surprising. He said that while the heartbreak had shaken them, it also inspired them to make a promise, a private commitment between the two of them. They vowed to slow down, to be more present, and to stop letting work and responsibilities steal time that should belong to their relationship and family. He explained that they've spent years balancing demanding schedules, often putting career obligations ahead of rest, connection, and emotional care. But not anymore. The loss forced them to see that happiness isn't just about success. It's about presence and love. The twist left fans stunned. This wasn't just a story about heartbreak. It was also about transformation. Despite the painful experience, Kelly and Mark emerged with a renewed understanding of each other. They didn't allow grief to break them. Instead, they used it as an opportunity to rebuild with even deeper intention. Kelly even said that in some strange way, the pain had brought them closer, letting them rediscover aspects of their relationship that had been overshadowed by routine and obligations. The story has sparked a movement among fans, many posting reflections about their own lives, priorities, and relationships. Some shared that Kelly and Mark's honesty encouraged them to reach out to loved ones, apologize to people they drifted from, or spend more quality time with their families. Others expressed admiration for the couple's decision to reveal something so personal despite the risks of public criticism or misinterpretation. But the story did not end there. Kelly and Mark emphasized that healing is a process. They haven't fully moved past their grief, and some days are easier than others, but they're learning to navigate the emotional waves together, one day at a time. Kelly said that she wakes up every morning feeling grateful that Mark is beside her. Mark responded by saying he feels the same, that through this heartbreak he realized once again how lucky he is to have her as his partner. Their fans, deeply connected to their journey, continue sending messages of hope and encouragement, reminding the couple that they're not alone. Many viewers commented that Kelly and Mark's vulnerability made them even more relatable and admirable. Their willingness to share such a private emotional chapter has strengthened the bond between them and the public. As the story continues to unfold, it's clear that Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are entering a new phase, one shaped by reflection, resilience, and renewed commitment. Their heartbreaking news touched millions, but their response to it inspired even more. Love, loss, and the courage to speak openly about grief have transformed this moment into something larger than a celebrity story. It became a message of strength, vulnerability, and the importance of cherishing every moment. What fans witnessed was not just heartbreak, it was humanity. And perhaps that is why this moment will be remembered for years to come. Thank you for watching. This emotional update from Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos has touched millions, and their message serves as a reminder of how important love and family truly are. If you want more updates, deep dives, and breaking celebrity stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Stay kind, stay connected, and I'll see you in the next video.